はい、ファイナルファンタジー16続きをプレイしていきます。今日でね、多分最終回かな。ラスボスのダンジョン行くのに、行けるんですけど、ちょっとね、サブクエ2つだけ置いといてます。サブクエはね、いい感じのサブクエやったんで、配信でやろうかなという感じですね。
Ah, Clive.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will? How and where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I'm ready to leave when you are.
14章ね。タボールいきます。
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father.
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
血王国との戦は避けられそうもない。だがドレイクブレスを取り戻したとして、ロザリアから黒の一体の脅威が消えるわけではない。早急に計画を進めなければ。しかし、もはや一枚岩とは言えぬ今のロザリアでは、この施策をわしの代で完遂することはできないだろう。後を継ぐ者に大きな席を残してしまうことになる。だからせめて、現太后、そして父として、お前たち二人の支えとなる遺産を託す。
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the Duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides. Those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
It is true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains. And she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Vega.
My lord, Your Grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these, works in progress. But with His Grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else? Titan's Wake is to the south of here.
タイタンの通り道。近い。
But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
こっちから行こうか。
Ready, girl?
ちょっとアビリティ考えなあかんな。ガルーダ。
おこんにちは、スマイリー。
お、相川さんこんにちは。ゆっくりしていってください。どれを持っていくかなんだよね。ガルーダにしとこうか。ギガフレアとライトニングロッド、さばきのイカ打ち。
そろそろエンディング。
そろそろエンディングですね。もうちょい。2つだけサブクエ残してるんですよ。それだけ終わらしたら最後のダンジョンに向かうかなと思います。サンダーストーム強そうではあるな。サンダーストーム使おうかな。ギガフレアと転生の炎で大丈夫か。これでいこう。雑魚敵を無視して目的地まで行こう。どけ！雑魚は無視。どけ！こっちはじゃあおったな。シムルグ。
There it is. For House Rossfield.
Wow! またレージングフィスト。レージングフィスト失敗。よし。失敗。要する系にはレージングフィスト当てにくいな。さあ来い。じゃあこれかな。やめや。天性のもの。怪しい技。成功。ビルオブックスからの後ろか。 無理か。なかなか成功せんぞ。よし、成功。何する気や。おっとね。こう。気がおりゃ。パンチからのよし。浜の筆跡をゲット。
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Godotha will know.
やっぱレイジングフィストちょっと扱い難しいな。ちょっと元に戻すか。メモマライズと天の村雲つけてからのライトニングロッドと暫定スラム。これでいきましょう。
Oh, thank the founder you were safe. The griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
浜の筆跡です。
Yes. This radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Godotha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Godotha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Should we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it. For it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
墓参りやな。墓参りに行きましょうか。帳簿で向かいます。
Let's go.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome others' political enemies? Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. And perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us.
It's just back there.
Doja. Idei があります。
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
Chichiue. 見ている。
We won't lay you down.
最後の決戦の前にね、墓参りしとかんとね。
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
で、もう一つのサブクエが確かトルガル関連のやつ。ジルのやつ、あ、この後か。ジルのやつ受けれんのってもしかして。あ、ジルのことで。やっぱ増えてるわ。サブクエが。ジル関連のやつとか。少し前からトルガルの様子が変だ。裏デッキにやってきて、裏デッキにやってきては外の方ばかり見ている。もしかしたら行きたいところでもあるんじゃないかね。引き受ける。
What is it this time, Torgal?
Say
what you will, Lady Karen has seen her.
どうしたんトルガル。
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you?
賢すぎ。
You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal?
トルガルの行きたいところに連れてってやろう。
All right, Toggle. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
ポートイゾルデ。こっちやね。宝箱あるやん。
It's still here. After all these years. Lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long. Hop in, boy.
ジョシュアを連れてから来ると、ここで待っといてくれんねやな。
This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those
ミス
trees.
ト島。
Come on. Brace you there. I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Toggle? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, Shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here?
集めとったんやな。
My sparring sword.
訓練用の木刀。
Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either.
僕とね、部屋に飾っておこ
う。こんにちは。
That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal.
シロンさん、こんにちは。
All right, all right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going.
ロザリス城が見えるね。
ただのさん、こんにちは。にっこり笑う猫。
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
クエストコンプリート。
あ、ツイッターのアカウント新しくしました。
新しくしましたか。
Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
なんで新しくしたんですか。で、最後のサブクエやっていきましょう。これはジル関連のサブクエですね。ここに木剣がね、飾られてるはず。これは錆びついた兜。父の形見やな。あった。これね、焦げ跡のついた
音楽もいいですよね。
音楽いいですね。たまに手紙が送られてくるから。ジルのことで。最後の戦いが近づいてるからなのか、このところジルが気を張りすぎてるように見える。彼女が何か一息つけそうなこと、僕と兄さんで用意できないだろうか。相談したいから僕のところに来て。OK。
If Joshua was worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him. Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her. Now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
True. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
ロザリアの雪月花が咲いてそうなところに行きましょう。枯葉で出てますね。
This is the place, but
I'm sorry, Clive.
there's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone in the backyard? To the hideaway, then.
植物園。あ、兄弟ですね。
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows what.
植物園のみんなに話聞いてみましょうか。
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen our...
Oh. What brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon...
PS5 のボタン配置違うんでしたっけ?
Both have similar climbs and the right elevation.
ボタン配置は一緒ですよ。
The blight hasn't claimed them yet.
バズボタンが決定なだけで。
Thank you.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the royal meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept a record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilerfeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
マクドゥロワっていう場所。あ、ここね。ノースリーチか。あ、この場所か。
And how might I help the garrison today?
結構遠い。
Haven't seen any of those beastly blue eyes. Do be careful.
I will.
Come on. Run like the wind.
カモンチョコボ。弟のチョコボの方が早いよ。抜かれてんけど。ザゴは無視。
The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
この辺りに花が咲いてるはず。
スマイリー。
こんにちは。またあれだな。ザゴが多い。
You see them?
じゃあ
Ours and our friends.
苦痛と戦っておりましたハットマークを
苦痛はねきついよね。トルガル関連の、ね、サブクエが終わったところ、トルガル関連のサブクエめっちゃいいからね。まあジル関連のサブクエですね。トルガルがメインのサブクエってある、まあ、この人サブクエしかないよね。強敵か。タウロス。
Let's hope this is the last one. Only one way to find out.
斬鉄剣。はい、片っぽ使うんからタイタンのアビリティ抜いてガルダにしないかもな。タイタンのアビリティピートやクラッチャーな。何雑魚的の増援か。斬鉄剣打ったらしまいやけどね。遠すぎて斬鉄剣入ってない。よいしょ。レベルアップ。タウロスのたてがみをゲット。
That was harder than I expected. But Founder, it was worth it.
ちゃんと花咲いてますね。
They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. You and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
で、ジル連れて行くか。花咲いてるところに。
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling. Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the Tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, The realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
やっぱり鈴屋の外に出て冒険するような物語も作ってほしいな。16-2みたいな。キュンジに
We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right.
これがね、サブクエないの、ね。
We'll do it together.
メインに組み込んでもいいと思うけどね。サブクエせんかったらね、この話は見れないから。アクセサリー。ダイヤモンドダストの効果時間が伸びるやつか。トルガルのサブクエもそうやけど。メインしてもいいぐらいの内容なんやけど。これでもうやり残すことはないんで、ラスボスとの決戦に向かいますね。よし。やり残すことあるにはあるんやけど、モブハント全部買ってないからね。それはクリア後でもええかなとは思ってるんで。モブハントのリスキーモブの S 級のやつはね、動画にしようと思ってるんで。手紙を聞けるわ。もう全部揃ったんちゃうこれ。これね。
First the skies, then the crystal.
So what do I owe the honor? What do you want?
作れるのは全部作ったかな。ウルボロス系のアイテムは作れてないけど。
Yeah, that should do you. And?
まあいいでしょう。セーブしよう。よし、じゃあラスボスに挑みますか。ワインドアップ斬鉄剣。ライトニングロッドとか置かしてもらえるかな、ラスボス相手に。まあこのビルドでいきましょうかね。オリジン。
Make sure you do this time. Oh, and while you're at it.
ほぼほぼ全員集合してるやん。
Clive, if you see me dad up there,
Tell him we were right to leave his legacy with you.
Tell him he'll be in the front row. There's no way he'd miss this. Well, behave yourself, Mitt.
We'll see.
So, you're in charge now, Gav.
And what does Taya have to say about that? Come back before she finds out, eh?
Thank you, Yote. I'm sorry.
Your Grace, I shall pray for your safe return.
That's kind of you. But you should pray he took his medicine. I didn't spend all night grinding herbs for his lordship to leave them on his nightstand. Again.
You needn't fear, Lady Taya. And thank you.
See that your brother comes back in one piece. Or, at most, two. Any more and you can heal him yourself.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, there's nothing to say that hasn't already been said. But that's never stopped me before, so just you do what needs doing. And don't worry about us.
We'll do our best, Uncle.
That we will.
If that is all?
Not quite. Jill.
It's time, isn't it?
It is. Take care of him. And you. You take care of her too, boy.
どんなボスともトルガルと一緒に戦ってきたけど、最後だけは置いていくよね。オートトルガル装備が無意味になるな。トルガルの攻撃力を上げるっていうアイテムはあんねんけど。
We all choose our own path. Believe in yours. I do.
うちのトルガルよしよししたくなってきた。
よしよししたくなるよね。
I'll be back. I promise.
トルガルのサブゲーやったらね、もうよしよししたくなるよ。
I love you, Jill.
ブライブが I love you 言うの初めてじゃん。
I know. I love you too.
クライブいかんといてアクセントオメガアクセントブワ
ライブ
Now, we have a god to kill.
決戦や。 タジー4の時、城から出る時に、最初の冒険の時にこの曲流れる。16はもう決戦前やね。マザークリスタルオリジン。
Here they come. Hold on, Joshua. Already am.
こんだけ回転されたら落ちてまで。
To make us a way in.
So, this is Origin.
A far cry from heaven.
Where it all began, where it all begins, our ark, your architect.
There you are.
It was here that we slumbered, here that we waited for centuries, clinging to our decrepit shell, for fear that we might have need of it once again. But you have come at last. And now we shall be truly complete.
Well, there's 3 of us and 1 of him. Let's make it count.
We will show you what it means to suffer.
We'll show you.
いきなり召喚女性。 違えた。避けるボタンか。わからんで。地獄の会バーレーションメガフレア電気玉やろ。3連だ。やれたか。
And you only surrendered, this unpleasantness could have been avoided.
北海道使える。せこいな。
We have you.
押し合いや。
I ask not for acceptance, only forgiveness.
ハメハメ打ち合いや。相打ちか。
Now, Father, it is done.
ディオン。
ディオンの最後の一撃や。
生きてるよね。生きてるよね。
わからん。生きてると思われへんな、あの高々落ちたら。
Clive! No.
Did I mention you look terrible?
That makes two of us.
Oh, I'll be alright.
And Dion. Take my hand.
I told you, I'll be...
もう限界近いよ。
Come on.
Thank you.
Press on.
Always.
Dash できひん。メタルギアソリッドの4やったかな。ラスボス前とかもこんな感じでボロボロになりながら歩いとったの。
And it's time we did the same. Should we stop?
女子は抱えてるんやから走ろうとしないであげてダブルダブル。
せやな。これ走られへんわな。
That light, so cold, so empty. We're close, aren't we?
It seems that way. But I don't want to think what could be waiting for us in there.
Then think instead of those waiting for us at home. Clive.
イフリートっぽいやつがいっぱいおる。
They can't be.
But they are. This is the Nexus. A wellspring of life. Yours and ours. As we watch the world stumble slowly to its dark end, it was here we pledged a new beginning. And now, with the ether we have harvested, I shall raise my kin from their eternal slumber. That together we may usher in a new age of reason.
This was never about creation. Only self-preservation. You condemned an entire world so that you alone might escape death.
Alone. Him. Alone. Clive. I think I understand. He...
They sacrificed their flesh to become beating hearts of crystal that pumped the land's lifeblood from the depths of the earth unto this very chamber. And thus would they labor still, long after their work was done, had you not set them free.
You meant for us to destroy the Mother Crystals. It's what you wanted all along.
You have our gratitude, Mythos. In this you have served us well. You have both served us well. Welcome home, brother.
Joshua 中に封印してるやつがね、一人だけおるからね。
I thought it was me, but it wasn't my grasp that grew weaker. It was theirs that grew stronger.
Joshua! No!
And now we can become one.
Clive. Don't speak. Shh. The one possessed of the destructive flames of Ifrit and the healing flames of the Phoenix. This, I once believed, would be Ultima's true form. But I was wrong. I see it now. Why you will never become Ultima's vessel.
I don't care. Just hold on.
Listen to me, Clive. You remember the murals? People once knew that Ultima was their god. That he created them. And they worshipped him, prayed to him, looked to him for guidance.
In vain.
In vain. For he did not listen, did not acknowledge our will, and so we strayed from his path to forge one of our own. So absorbed was he in his own desires, so driven by his own will alone, that he shunned the one thing that could have made him truly powerful. Faith. The same faith people now place in you. Faith that you will fulfill their dream, Sid's dream, of creating a better world for us. Faith that you will follow in Father's footsteps and save those who need saving most. Faith that you will answer Jill's plea to save yourself. The difference is, Clive, that you chose to listen, and that is what has steeled our bonds. Bonds that helped you stand firm when Ultima's pull was at its strongest. His power may be absolute, but so is ours. And so will yours be. With my light in your heart, not even a god might stop us.
Joshua! Don't do it, you'll...
Enough, Clive. My body is too far gone. If the wound does not take me, the curse will. being my brother.
Look at me, Joshua. Open your eyes! Open your eyes, Damien! Why did you do this? Joshua! Joshua!
And thus does the final piece fall into place. The incantation primed, but one task remains. To empty the vessel.
Still here. With me to the end.
Even now, you would deny the inevitable.
As we always have. And always will. On this, my sword, I swear, to shield the Firebird's flame forevermore.
俺ポーション5個しか持ってきてない。まあまあまあ大丈夫でしょう。フレアワインドアップ。ホーリー
Countless centuries have I waited for this moment. This moment in which I might revel in my creation, only to find it profaned and so on. It must be cleansed.
これセフィロスみたいな髪型してるな。ちょっと短いけど。
Unexpected. How is it that your will yet endures?
Because it's not so easily broken.
But it can be broken. And I shall see it so. For such is my will.
Try it. Too slow.
Perhaps this
ワインダップ
will
入
break
らんねえ。入んねえな、ワインダップが。なんやなんや。いたたたたた。ウィローフィックス。入るタイミングいつ？
Too slow.
Behold.
メテオか。
Let's try.
よっしゃ、全部入った。
Nice try.
Bear witness.
多いか。三鉄剣。三鉄剣の三鉄半分。スランプがするそうやな。じゃあここでワインダップ。ちょっと温存してワインダップでしょ。
Why? What latent force feeds these flames? I sense more here than mere will. Is this Logos? Have you truly become free?
ミュートスではなくロゴスでした。
I forbid it. You are not a god. You are but flesh and bone. You are not one of us. I created you, all of you. And what is mine is mine to destroy.
ガルーダの羽も入ってるあれ。
Once
フェニックス
birthed,
の羽と。
but we are no longer yours. Our flames are our own, and they burn as one!
Have you learned nothing? Damned is the slave who will turn the spirit upon his master.
よし。おっと危ない。やばさやこれ多分。ゲージ削れてるんだ。 よし、ここでフレア。ピストン使っとこう。そうやな。よいしょ。動けね。これのせいかどうか。危ない。こういうのかな。これダメだったよ。危ないなこれ。回転か。はいはい。まずいまずい。回転回転回転。フレアゼロ距離。これミスト使おう。うわ大変。おいや。ほほ自分の狭間。やばそうきた。うわい。大丈夫けんね。こっちにそうからのスピードフェア。テイクダウン。よいしょ。そんな避けれんのかよ。中間移動。そんな避けられへんやろ。スピットフレア。フレアも使っちゃおうか。フレア。
your knees.
なんちゃら。あ、まさに。嘘でしょ。ここ。スピードちゃう。クリムソン疲れたかな。あ、疲れたかな。よいしょ。よし、テイクダウン。スピードぐらい帰ってこい。よし、帰ってきた。とどめ。
No. My will is inviolable. Something is wrong.
You're afraid. You always have been. From the moment the Blight exposed what you were, weak, you conceived us to prove otherwise. But the results shook you to the core. For in us you saw yourself, and realized we had the potential to be more than you could ever be. And so you turned your back on your creation. Your back on the world, like the coward you are.
You think you know me? You know nothing, Logos. Nothing.
集団だろう。なんかエヴァンゲリオンっぽいなこれ。
Bathed in light, I stand above you, my rebirth complete. And you, for your defiance, shall pay the proper price. An eternity of anguish.
Anguish. Pain. Suffering. You have known none of these. But we have. So we know what they grant. They bring us together. And that makes us strong.
Thunder roar!
Wow!
My will be done.
Tiga. Counter defend what I do. Wind up 入れれるタイミングはなさすぎる。
Petulant child.
Whoa!
Nice try.
Bow to your god.
入るかな。ワインダップ入るか入らん。よっしゃー。どこいつは入ったものだ。ああ、そういう感じの技か。お、またく。
Let the tempest rage. I will crush you.
Yep. しゃ暫定つけん。からの暫定つけん。深いところになって入れれる。ギガです。アルテマガーと呼び方が違う。はい。エクサフレア。うわ、エクサフレアまともに食らった。しかもこれ発火するんだ。やばいな。おお、断絶剣。おお、やべえ。飛べ。おお、やべえ。今のよかった。わおわおわお。危ない。エクソベア。前に行ったよ、エクソベア。よいしょ。これなかなかアマのものを入れさせてくれ。サベア。ここ外れるのかな、毎回。よし。スタフレア。うわ、食らってもだ。セーブか。オッケー。またエクサルだよ。
That's my boy! done one, my son.
No, mine is the altar at which you pray. Mine are the eyes that look down upon you all.
And yet still you cannot see. You are no better than us. We are one and the same.
We are not the same. No man might stand beside me. None.
Wow. Wow. Push up.
Witness my creation.
痛いよ。ブレーキゲージ回復しとるやん。バッシュ。こんなよ。おっと。なんで？回復ないわ。まずいね。削りきれん。よし、やったや。断鉄剣。切ったらね、テイクダウンでダメージ与えれるから。ワンダップを入れる隙間がなさすぎて新スキルになってる。確かね。
so sure of your place atop the world, you refuse to acknowledge those below. You chose to remain alone. And so you shunned the one thing that could have made you stronger. Pushed away the hands that could have raised you higher.
I do not need you, you or anyone.
And that is where we are different. I could not have made it here on my own. I carry with me the hopes and dreams of my brothers, my sisters. And it is they who will give me the strength to end your reign. I cannot end. I am the end. Mortals! The world you seek is but a fantasy! The only fantasy here is yours. And we shall be its final witness. I said, it's over!
$99,999。これ経験値もらわれへんね。経験値アップのアクセサリーつけてきとったのに。あれでも爪伸ばしすぎやろ。
爪切り持ってないんよきっと W
持ってないんか。
Well, before this world, now that you have gained your precious freedom,
I honestly don't know. But I doubt it will be pretty. The sorry tale of sin and suffering, hardship and pain.
and it was for this that you fought so fiercely? Why?
It's who we are. We fight. We survive. We endure. We don't need a reason. We are imperfect creatures. When we stumble, we reach for a shoulder to lean on. When we fall, we stand back up. We see the horizon, ever out of reach, and still we march on. Certain the answers lie just beyond it. Because that is our way.
My congratulations. Relish this victory, knowing that you have but delayed the inevitable. Your world is already dead. May you enjoy an eternity on its blackened husk.
頭燃やされた。
It seems Ultima's power was too great for this vessel all along.
アルテマの力を手に入れたからね。
Perhaps I can use it to set things right. And see Ultima's legacy. Bearers, dominance, crystals, magic. Consigned to the flames. Even if it means the end of me. These are our terms.
ジル、声の人。6人ちゃんと書いてある。6カ国の言語がある。ヤングジル、声とか。6人分書かれてる。 石化してる。右手だけか石化してる。左手だけかちょっとわからんけど。
Aren't you the most beautiful thing?
He is, isn't he?
What are you gonna call him?
Let me see, let me see.
この人はエッダーさんや。
Little one, got a smile for your Uncle Gav.
Not so loud, you burp.
What? I was only...
Shh, you're scaring him.
It's all right.
media が消えた。
A sky of scattered tears, a thousand years apart. Should they fade, I will not be afraid of the dark. For
If you need a rest, I can take him.
I'll hold you to that.
The world's yours now. Yours to do with as you please. That's what Sid wanted. That's what they both wanted.
And
こんにちは。
マトさんこんにちは。
And thus did our journey end.